Critical thinking is one of the most valuable skills that we need to have today. And we're going to see together what a beautiful lake can teach us about this. I was on LinkedIn the other day, and just browsing through the news, I saw a magnificent, unbelievably beautiful lake that one of my friends that I trust, that I respect, liked before I saw it. I was really moved. It was so beautiful, unbelievable. And so many people liked it before him even. We had several hundreds of people liking it. I don't know how many thousands of people viewing it. And I was just about to click the like button when suddenly I asked myself, does this lake exist? And just before clicking, I said, let's check on Google. And I realized that the lake does exist. It is a lake in Iceland, in the south of Iceland, nearly 1 hour drive when there's not snow on the road, from Reykjavik, the capital. The only thing is that it's maybe not as I saw it in the picture. I'm not saying it's not beautiful. I do say that with the real picture, it would probably have had less likes and been less seen by others. Which begs the question, how come so many people got trapped into a fake picture? And we're going to see 3 reasons that are valuable if you want to develop your critical thinking. The first reason is high emotional state. In fact, when you are in high emotional state, because you're angry, because you're amazed, because you're happy, you tend to minimize your rational thinking. And if you don't believe me, you probably have within your environment or in the news heard things like a guy shooting a person because of some silly things. One story that I heard, for example, several years ago was a guy who shot a baker, who shot and killed one person because that person stole one croissant, basically something that costs €1, $1. The guy is not stupid, but he was in an emotional state saying, this guy is basically violating my own privacy and taking something that is mine. And because of that, I'll just do what comes to me, which is aggressing him. Unfortunately, it was with a lethal weapon. The consequence can be dramatic. And if we just step back, we're here talking about rational thinking versus emotional thinking. Emotional thinking tends to lead us to take the wrong decisions. So, practically speaking, if you are very angry and are ready to press the send button of an email aggressing the person who offended you in some form or another, just wait a moment until your rational thinking comes back. It could take a couple of minutes or several days before you send the button. And most likely than not, you're going to change the wording or adjust or even just erase the email. Point number 1, emotional state. Point number 2, social proof. When you see something that has been viewed, liked by hundreds or thousands of people, it's kind of logical or safe to do the same. In fact, this very habit is something that served us for thousands of years and serves still today, especially the animals. If you're an antelope and you see all your antelope friends running in one direction, my recommendation would be just follow the other antelopes, unless you obviously want to become the lunch of a hungry lion or cheetah. So you see that there is some value in following others. As a human, it's also interesting to follow the others because it's a kind of sense of belonging that is behind this as well. I'm like you, I like that picture as well. Social proof can be of value when you're a marketing person because you can use it in the interest of selling more, of getting more customers. But as a critical thinker, as a leader, if you are going to decide something, or as an individual, if you want to absorb valuable data to process them and decide accordingly, you'd better try and filter what's coming in the right way. And social proof should warn you it's not because it's socially proved or liked with lots of people that it means that it's true. And finally, the third reason why you could get trapped in such an example is that the person who gives you the information is a trustworthy person. And I just give you this very specific and personal example. I love my wife. I respect my wife. I trust her. She even cut my hair, so that's a real proof of trust. It was confinement, but still. But when she gives me an information that seems to me strange, I check. I try to find more reliable sources to make sure, or to try, because you never really can confirm that this is absolute truth, but at least that it does make sense. And for the first years, it kind of looked strange because she saw this as a lack of trust. But you can trust the person, but still not trust every single word that they say, because they can be sincere in saying you something, but still be wrong. Remember the flat earth. People were really sincere when they were teaching their kids or their students that the earth was flat. They were sincere, but it was not the truth. So the third point is about not mixing sincerity with truth. You can be sincere and be wrong. How can you use it? Have you some examples of maybe other misleading factors? Please share them in the comments below. It will be valuable for others. It will also help me maybe get ideas about future videos on this very important topic. Take care, stay safe.